Gathering wildflowers, a whispering meadow, sleep story. Hello, dear friend. Welcome to this quiet space we are creating together. I am so glad you are here, taking this time for yourself, allowing yourself this precious gift of rest. Tonight, or perhaps today, whenever you find yourself listening to these words, you are embarking on a gentle journey. A journey that requires nothing of you except your willingness to be present, to be still, to let go. Close your eyes now, if you have not already done so. Let the world outside these moments fade into the background. Whatever happened earlier today, whatever awaits you tomorrow, all of that can wait. Right now, in this breath, in this heartbeat, you are exactly where you need to be. You are safe. You are held. You are allowed to rest. We are going to visit a place together. A sun-dappled meadow where wildflowers dance in the gentle afternoon breeze. Where time moves slowly. Where peace settles into your bones like warm honey. But before we step into that meadow, before we begin our wandering among the blooms, we must first tend to you. We must help you arrive fully in this moment. Help you release the weight you have been carrying. Help you remember what it feels like to simply be. So let us begin here, with you, just as you are. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. Only this, breathing, resting, allowing. Feel the surface beneath you now. Whether you are lying in bed, resting on a couch, settled in a chair, notice the way your body makes contact with what holds you. Your head rests against pillow or cushion. Your shoulders, your back, your hips, all supported. Your legs stretched out or gently bent. Your feet, wherever they happen to be, at rest. There is something deeply comforting about this awareness, is there not? To notice that you are being held, that you do not have to hold yourself up. Not right now. Gravity does that work for you. The surface beneath you does that work. All you must do is allow it. All you must do is let go, bit by bit, breath by breath, into that support. Perhaps you notice your body wants to shift slightly to find an even more comfortable position. Please do so now. Adjust your pillow. Stretch your toes. Turn your head to whichever side feels most natural. Smooth the blanket over yourself if you are using one. Make whatever small movements your body is asking for, and then settle. Settle like a leaf coming to rest on still water. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Do not change it yet. Simply notice it. The air flowing in through your nose or mouth. The gentle rise of your chest or belly. The natural pause at the top of the inhale. The soft release of the exhale. The quiet space before the next breath begins. Your breath has been with you all day, working without your conscious attention, keeping you alive, keeping you moving. And now you are going to thank your breath by paying attention to it, by making it a partner in your relaxation. Let us breathe together now, you and I. We are going to use a simple pattern, one that your body already knows, one that signals to every cell that it is time to rest. This is not an exercise that requires effort or perfection. It is merely an invitation, a gentle suggestion to your nervous system that peace is possible, that calm is near. Breathe in slowly through your nose, counting in your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel your lungs expand, your ribs widen, your belly gently rise. You are drawing in not just air, but spaciousness, possibility, ease. Hold this breath softly, not with tension, but with gentle patience, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now release. Exhale slowly, completely, through your mouth if that feels natural, or through your nose, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let the breath pour out of you like water from a pitcher, smooth and continuous. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. The breath filling you with quiet light. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A gentle pause, a soft suspension. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Releasing, softening, letting go. One more time, breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in peace, breathing in stillness. Holding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Allowing the moment to expand. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Releasing everything you no longer need. Beautiful. You are doing beautifully. Can you feel it already, that subtle shift? Your shoulders perhaps a little lower, your jaw a little softer, your thoughts beginning to slow their frantic pace, like clouds drifting across a vast sky, moving but not urgent, present but not demanding. Continue breathing in this gentle rhythm, or allow your breath to find its own natural pace, whichever feels more restful to you. Some of us find comfort in the counting, in the structure. Others of us prefer to simply let our breath breathe us. There is no wrong choice here. Your body knows what it needs. As you breathe, scan your awareness through your body, starting with your forehead. Is there tension there? Between your eyebrows? Let it smooth away. Your eyes behind your closed lids. Can you soften them? They have been working so hard, focusing, looking, seeing. They can rest now. Your cheeks, your jaw, your mouth. Let your tongue rest soft against the roof of your mouth, your lips barely touching. No need to press or hold. Your neck, holding up your head all day. It can soften now, supported by pillow, by surface, by the moment itself. Your shoulders, those places where we carry so much, where worry likes to settle and make a home. Breathe into your shoulders. With each exhale, feel them dropping, releasing, letting go of whatever they have been holding on to. Your arms, heavy and warm, resting wherever they rest. Your hands, which have been grasping and typing and working, can uncurl now. Fingers loose, palms open or gently closed, whatever feels natural. Your chest, your heart space, breathing freely now, the rhythm steady and calm. Your belly, soft and relaxed, no need to hold it in, no one to impress. Let it be exactly as it is. Your lower back, your hips, your legs. Feel them heavy, feel them supported, feel them at rest. Your feet, those faithful companions that carry you everywhere, can be completely still now. Toes relaxed, ankles soft. Your whole body, from crown to toe, breathing, resting safe. And as your body settles, so too does your mind. Thoughts will still arise, this is natural and expected. But perhaps now they are quieter, slower, like fish swimming in deep water, visible but distant. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to engage with them. Simply notice them, acknowledge them with kindness, and then return your attention to your breath, to the feeling of your body at rest, to this moment, which is the only moment there is. You are ready now. Your body is calm. Your breath is steady. Your mind is gentle. You are ready to step into the meadow, to walk among the wildflowers, to gather a bouquet of serenity that you will carry with you into the deepest, most restful sleep. Let us go there now, together. Imagine that you are standing at the edge of a meadow. Not an imaginary meadow, but a real one. As real as anything you have ever experienced. You can see it clearly now in your mind's eye. It stretches before you, wide and open, a generous expanse of land that seems to hold all the warmth and light of a perfect late afternoon in summer. The sky above is a brilliant, cloudless blue, the kind of blue that seems infinite, that makes you feel small in the best possible way, connected to something vast and beautiful. The sun is still high enough to bathe everything in golden light, but it has begun its slow descent toward evening, and that means the light has a particular quality to it. Softer than midday, more luminous, almost honeyed. It falls on the meadow like a blessing. And the meadow itself, oh, it is alive with color and movement. Wildflowers of every imaginable hue cover the ground in loose, natural patterns. There is no order here, no careful planting, just the wild abundance of nature doing what nature does best, creating beauty without effort, without self-consciousness. You take a step forward, off the packed earth of the path you have been walking, and onto the soft ground of the meadow. The difference is immediate and lovely. The earth here gives slightly beneath your feet, cushioned by layers of soil and root and the dense growth of wild grasses. You realize that you are barefoot, though you do not remember removing your shoes. It does not matter. Your feet are happy to be bare, happy to feel the earth directly, the sun-warmed ground beneath you, the cool green grass tickling your ankles. You take another step, and another, moving slowly into the meadow, and with each step, you feel yourself arriving more fully. The worries that may have followed you here, the thoughts that clung to you like dust, they begin to fall away. Not all at once, not dramatically, but gently, the way morning mist lifts from a lake as the sun rises. Here, in this meadow, they simply do not matter as much. Here, there is only the sunlight, the flowers, the soft sound of the breeze moving through the grasses. The warmth on your skin is perfect, not too hot, not too cool. The sun has been shining all day, warming the earth, and now everything holds that heat gently. It soaks into your shoulders, your back, your arms. It feels like being wrapped in the softest blanket imaginable, a blanket made of light itself. Your muscles, perhaps still holding some tension despite your earlier relaxation, respond to this warmth. They soften further. They remember what it is to be at ease. The air here is clean and sweet. You breathe in, a slow, deep breath, and you taste summer on your tongue. There is the green scent of growing things, grass and leaves and stems. There is the faint sweetness of flowers, not overwhelming, not perfumey, just a gentle suggestion of nectar and pollen and petals warmed by the sun. There is even a hint of earth itself, rich and loamy, the smell of life and growth. As you breathe out, you feel your chest expand with appreciation. This is what air is supposed to smell like, you think. This is what it means to breathe freely. You walk a bit further into the meadow now, your steps slow and meandering. There is no destination, no place you are trying to reach. You are simply here, moving through this beautiful space, allowing it to work its magic on you. The grasses brush against your calves with a whispering sound, soft and rhythmic. Some of the grass stems are tall, reaching nearly to your waist, bending slightly with your passage, and then springing back after you have passed. And everywhere, there are flowers. You pause now, stopping in the middle of the meadow, and truly look at them. There are so many, more than you could ever count. Some are small, no bigger than your fingernail, clustered low to the ground. Others rise on long stems, nodding gently in the breeze, their faces turned toward the sun or bowed gracefully downward. The variety is astonishing. Each type of flower seems to have chosen its own perfect spot in this meadow, creating a natural garden more beautiful than anything a human hand could design. Close to your feet, you notice the smallest blooms, tiny white flowers, delicate as stars, with 5 perfect petals each. They grow in loose clusters, their stems thin and green, their leaves small and tender. If you were to bend down and touch one, you imagine it would feel like silk, cool and smooth beneath your fingertip. But for now, you simply admire them from where you stand. These modest little flowers that ask for nothing and yet give so much beauty. Scattered among the white blooms are yellow ones, slightly larger, the color of fresh butter or pale sunlight. They have a cheerful quality to them, an openness. Their petals are rounded, cupped slightly, as if holding drops of liquid gold. You can see the way the light plays across their surfaces, creating subtle shadows in the curves of each petal. Some of the yellow flowers grow singly on their stems, one perfect bloom rising from a cluster of green leaves. Others grow in small groups, 2 or 3 flowers sharing a single plant, like friends standing close together. Looking further into the meadow, your eyes are drawn to taller flowers, these ones swaying more dramatically in the breeze. There are purple flowers, a deep, rich purple that reminds you of twilight, of lavender fields, of something both royal and humble at the same time. These flowers grow on spikes, with many small blooms clustered along a central stem. Each individual flower is tiny, but together they create columns of color that stand proud above the grasses. When the breeze moves through them, they bend and wave like a congregation of worshipers, all swaying in silent prayer. Near the purple flowers you spot pink ones, a soft, dusty pink like the inside of a seashell or the blush on a child's cheek. These have larger blooms, with petals that are slightly ruffled at the edges, giving them a delicate, romantic appearance. They do not grow in tight clusters, but spread out across the meadow, appearing here and there like gentle surprises. Some of them are still in bud, tight green casings just beginning to split open to reveal the pink petals furled inside. Others are in full bloom, their petals open wide to the sun, their centers visible, darker pink, almost red, with thin stamens reaching up like tiny fingers. And there, a splash of orange. Not a bright, aggressive orange, but a warm, mellow shade, like coals in a fire just beginning to cool, or autumn leaves that have given up their green. These flowers have a wild look to them. Petals that are thinner, more pointed, arranged in a loose circle around a dark center. They grow in small clumps, several flowers on branching stems, creating little explosions of color against the green backdrop. The orange flowers move differently in the breeze, bouncing slightly, almost playfully, as if they are dancing to music only they can hear. You begin to walk again, slowly, so slowly, and as you move deeper into the meadow, you notice that the ground is not entirely flat. There are gentle undulations, small rises and dips that make the walk interesting, that create different perspectives on the landscape. When you walk down into a shallow depression, the flowers around you rise up, and you are surrounded by color, cocooned in blooms. When you climb a small rise, you can see further across the meadow, see the way the colors blend and shift, creating patterns like a vast, living painting. The sounds of the meadow are subtle but constant. There is the wind, first and foremost, that gentle breeze that never quite stops. It moves across the meadow in waves, and you can actually see it approaching sometimes. See the grasses bending in sequence as the wind travels toward you, and then you feel it on your skin, cool and refreshing, lifting your hair slightly, drying the faint dampness on your forehead. The wind makes its own sound, a soft rushing, a whisper, as it flows through the grasses and around the flower stems. It is not a loud sound, not dramatic, but it is ever present, a kind of backdrop to everything else. And within that whisper, there are other sounds. Birds calling from somewhere beyond the meadow, perhaps from trees at the edge of the field. Their songs are sporadic, not constant, just occasional bursts of melody that drift across the open space. You cannot see the birds, but their presence is felt, their voices adding another layer to the soundscape. One bird has a high, clear call, 3 notes repeated, too-wee-too, too-wee-too. Another has a lower, more complex song, a series of chirps and trills that rise and fall. These sounds make the meadow feel alive, inhabited, part of a larger world of growing and living things. There are insects too, of course. In a meadow this full of flowers, there must be insects. You can hear them if you listen closely, a low, steady hum that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It is the sound of bees visiting flowers, of small flies and beetles moving through the air, of life busily going about its work. But the insects do not bother you. They are focused on the flowers, on gathering nectar and pollen, on whatever mysterious tasks drive them. You are just another part of the landscape to them, something to fly around or ignore entirely. The hum of their activity is actually soothing, a reminder that you are not alone here, that this meadow is home to countless small creatures all living their lives, all part of the intricate web of nature. You notice now that there are butterflies as well. One floats past you, its wings a pale yellow with darker markings near the edges. It moves in that characteristic butterfly way, fluttering and dipping, seeming almost to be blown by the wind one moment, and then suddenly changing direction with purposeful intent. It lands on one of the purple flowers, its wings opening and closing slowly as it feeds, and you watch it for a moment, marveling at the delicacy of those wings, thin as tissue paper, but strong enough to carry this small creature wherever it needs to go. Then the butterfly lifts off again, spiraling up and away, becoming a fleck of yellow against the blue sky before disappearing from view. Another butterfly appears, this one orange and black, larger than the first, with a more powerful flight. It does not land but continues on its journey, heading across the meadow in a straight line, wings beating steadily. You turn your head to follow its path until it too is gone, and when you turn back, you realize you have been smiling. Something about the butterflies, their beauty and their apparent contentment, their absolute presence in the moment, fills you with a quiet joy. The flowers are calling to you now, not with voices, of course, but with their colors, their shapes, their gentle movements. You want to look at them more closely, to bend down and really see them, to observe the details that are invisible from your standing height. So you move toward a cluster of the white flowers, the small ones you noticed earlier, and you kneel down on the soft ground. The earth is warm beneath your knees, the grass cushioning you perfectly. Up close, the white flowers are even more lovely than you realized. Each petal is like a tiny work of art, perfectly shaped with a subtle variation in color from pure white at the edges to a very faint green at the base where it connects to the center of the flower. The centers themselves are yellow, a bright golden yellow, and they consist of a cluster of stamens, each one tipped with a minute grain of pollen. The flowers are so small, so delicate, and yet they are complete, fully formed, lacking nothing. They have everything they need to be exactly what they are. You shift your position slightly and reach out, not to pick one of the white flowers, but simply to touch it gently with the tip of your finger. The petal is cool and smooth, with a texture like the finest paper. When you lift your finger away, the petal springs back into place, undamaged, perfect. You smile again. There is something deeply satisfying about this small interaction, about treating the flower with such gentleness and being reminded of its resilience. Moving to your hands and knees now, you crawl a bit further through the meadow, feeling very much like a child exploring a secret garden. The perspective from down here is different, enchanting. The flowers rise around you like trees, the grasses become a forest, and you are small and safe within it. You come across one of the yellow flowers, the butter-colored ones, and you bring your face close to it, close enough to see the fine details of its construction. The petals overlap slightly at the base, creating a perfect circle, and there are faint lines running from the center of the flower out toward the edge of each petal, like tiny roads or rivers drawn by a careful artist. The flower has a scent, very faint, slightly sweet, slightly green. You breathe it in, letting it fill your lungs, adding another note to the complex perfume of the meadow. Rising to your feet again, you brush off your knees and continue your exploration. You are moving toward a section of the meadow where the purple flowers grow thickly, and as you approach them, their color seems to deepen, to become even more saturated. Up close, you can see that each spike of purple flowers is actually composed of dozens of tiny individual blooms, each one a miniature version of the larger impression. The blooms are tubular, with delicate petals that flare out at the opening, and inside each tube you can see the yellow stamens, just barely visible, tucked away where only an insect with a long tongue could reach them. You notice that some of the purple flowers are visited by bees. There is one now, a large fuzzy bumblebee, its body striped yellow and black, working its way methodically up one of the flower spikes. It crawls into one bloom, then backs out and moves to the next, then the next, climbing higher as it goes. The flower spike bends slightly under the bee's weight, swaying more than it would in the breeze alone, but it holds strong. The bee seems completely absorbed in its work, unaware of you standing so close, or perhaps simply uninterested. It finishes with one spike and buzzes off to another, and you watch it go, grateful for this glimpse into its world. The pink flowers draw your attention next. There is something about their color, that soft, gentle pink, that makes you want to look at them more closely. You walk to where they grow, scattered through the meadow like gifts left by some generous hand, and you crouch down beside one that is in perfect bloom. The petals are even more ruffled than you thought, with edges that seem almost crimped, like fabric that has been gathered. Each petal has a slight sheen to it, catching the light in a way that makes the flower seem to glow from within. The center of the flower is darker, as you noted before, a deep rose red, and the stamens are tipped with dark pollen that has dusted some of the petals, leaving faint marks. You lean in to smell this flower, and yes, it has a scent, stronger than the yellow flower, but still subtle. It is a classic floral scent, sweet and clean, with perhaps a hint of spice beneath the sweetness. It is the kind of smell that makes you want to close your eyes and breathe deeply, which you do, inhaling slowly, letting the scent fill your head, trigger memories of other flowers, other gardens, other peaceful moments. When you open your eyes again, the world seems even more vivid, more present. The orange flowers are next on your wandering path. They grow a bit apart from the others, claiming their own space in the meadow, and when you reach them, you understand why. These flowers have an energy to them, a vibrancy that sets them apart. The orange is warm and intense, and combined with the dark centers of the blooms, there is almost a tropical quality to them, as if they belong in a more exotic place but have made themselves at home here in this temperate meadow. The petals are thin, almost translucent, and when the sun shines through them, they seem to glow, the color becoming luminous, almost liquid. You reach out and gently touch one of the orange flowers, feeling the texture of the petal between your thumb and forefinger. It is slightly fuzzy, very faintly, giving it a softness that contrasts with the smooth petals of the yellow and white flowers. The stem is sturdy, strong, holding the flowers upright despite their position at the end of long branching stalks. These orange flowers feel resilient, tough in their own delicate way, survivors. As you straighten up and look around the meadow again, you realize that you have been here for some time now, moving slowly through this space, observing, noticing, breathing. Time has done that strange thing it does when you are completely present, when you are engaged with what is in front of you. It has both expanded and contracted. The minutes feel both endless and fleeting. You are not concerned about how long you have been here or how much longer you will stay. Time in this meadow is irrelevant. There is only now, only this moment, only this breath, this sight, this feeling. The sun has moved lower in the sky, you notice. The light has shifted, become even more golden, tinged now with the faintest hint of orange. The shadows of the flower stems have grown longer, stretching across the ground, creating patterns of light and dark. The air is starting to cool, just slightly, the first whisper of evening making itself known. But it is still warm, still comfortable. You are not cold. You are just aware that the day is aging, that soon it will be dusk, and then night. But for now, it is still afternoon. Still that perfect golden hour that photographers and painters love, when everything seems touched by magic. An idea begins to form in your mind. You have been observing these flowers, admiring them where they grow. But what if you gathered some? What if you created a small bouquet, choosing a few blooms to hold, to carry with you, to have near you as you rest? The thought brings a surge of quiet pleasure. Yes, you would like to do that. You would like to gather wildflowers. But this will not be a careless gathering, not a thoughtless picking. Each flower you choose will be selected with intention, with mindfulness. Each one will represent something, will carry a meaning. You will build a bouquet not just of blooms, but of qualities, of feelings, of the very serenity that you have been absorbing as you walked through this meadow. You look around, considering where to start, and your gaze falls on one of the white flowers. Yes, that is where you will begin. The white flowers, with their simplicity and purity, with their modest beauty. You walk over to the cluster where they grow and crouch down. You look at the flowers carefully, respectfully, and then you choose one. Not the largest, not the most perfect, but one that speaks to you, one whose stem is long enough, whose bloom is facing upward, open to the sky. You reach down and grasp the stem gently between your thumb and forefinger, and with a quick, clean motion, you pluck it. The stem breaks easily, and you have your first flower. You lift it to your nose, smell its faint green scent, and you whisper to yourself, "This flower is for clarity, for clear seeing, for a mind that is calm and untroubled, able to see what is true and what is not, able to rest in simplicity." You hold the white flower gently, and you move on, looking for the next addition to your bouquet. There, a yellow flower, one that stands slightly apart from its neighbors, tilted toward you as if offering itself. You walk to it, bend down, and observe it for a moment. The yellow is so cheerful, so warm. This flower has soaked up the sunlight all day and is now reflecting it back into the world. You pluck this flower, adding it to the white one in your hand, and you think, "This flower is for joy, for quiet, gentle joy, for the contentment that comes from small pleasures, from sun on skin, from beauty noticed and appreciated." Two flowers now, white and yellow, their stems together in your hand. Already they look like the beginning of something lovely. You walk on, searching with your eyes, and you find what you are looking for. One of the purple flowers, a spike that is in full bloom, every tiny flower along its length open and perfect. This one you choose with care, grasping the stem low down where it emerges from the leaves, and when you pluck it, you feel the satisfying snap of the fibers separating. The purple spike is taller than the other flowers, and when you add it to your collection, it rises above them, stately and beautiful. This flower, you decide, is for tranquility, for deep peace, for the quieting of all inner storms, the settling of all turbulence, for a soul at rest. 3 flowers now, and your small bouquet is beginning to take shape. The colors look beautiful together, white and yellow and purple, each one complementing the others, creating a harmony that pleases your eye and your heart. You continue your meandering walk through the meadow, your eyes scanning the flowers around you, looking for the next one that calls to you. And there it is, a pink flower, one of those with the ruffled petals and the darker center. This one is particularly lovely, its petals fully open, revealing all its delicate beauty. You approach it slowly, taking your time, and when you reach it, you kneel down beside it. You want to appreciate it fully before you add it to your collection. The pink petals catch the golden light, and they seem to blush, to become even more tender in color. The ruffled edges create tiny shadows, giving the flower depth and texture. You reach out and touch one petal gently, feeling its silk-soft surface, its cool smoothness. Then you grasp the stem, feeling the slight roughness of its surface, the tiny hairs that cover it, and you pluck the flower cleanly. As you bring it to join the others, you smile. This flower is for contentment, for satisfaction with what is, rather than longing for what might be, for acceptance, for gratitude, for the warm feeling of being enough, having enough, being exactly where you need to be. 4 flowers now, cradled in your hand. The stems are beginning to warm from your touch, and you adjust them slightly, arranging them so that each bloom has space, so that none are crushed or hidden. The bouquet is growing, and with each flower, you feel something shifting inside you, something settling, something releasing. Your eyes find the orange flowers next, those vibrant, energetic blooms that seem to dance even when the air is still. You walk toward them, drawn by their warmth, their aliveness. There are several growing together, and you take your time choosing, considering each one. Finally, you select a flower that has 3 blooms on its branching stem, all of them open, all of them glowing in the afternoon light. This will be a generous addition to your bouquet, 3 flowers for the price of 1 stem. You pluck it, feeling the strength of the stem, its resistance before it gives way, and you add it to your collection. The orange is striking against the softer colors, adding energy and vibrancy. This flower, these flowers, are for warmth. For the warmth of sun and fire and connection. For the feeling of being alive in your body, of having a heart that beats and blood that flows. For vitality, for life itself, celebrated and cherished. 5 stems now, multiple blooms, and your bouquet is becoming substantial, becoming real. You hold it up, away from your body, and look at it. The colors blend and contrast, the different shapes and sizes of the flowers creating visual interest. It is not a perfect florist's arrangement, not symmetrical or designed. It is wild and natural, just like the meadow itself, and that makes it even more beautiful to you. But you are not finished yet. You feel there are still 1 or 2 flowers that need to be added, 1 or 2 more qualities that want to be invited into this collection you are creating. You walk on, your bouquet in one hand, your other hand free to touch the tops of the grasses as you pass, to feel the stems and leaves brush against your palm. And then you see it. A flower you have not yet examined closely. It grows on a tall, slender stem, and it is blue. Not a bright, intense blue, but a soft, periwinkle blue, pale and dreamy. The flower is small, with 5 petals arranged in a perfect star shape. It nods on its stem, bowing gracefully toward the earth, and there is something shy about it. Something humble. This flower does not shout for attention, it whispers, and you want to listen to that whisper. You approach the blue flower carefully, as if it might startle and disappear if you move too quickly. When you are close enough, you bend down to look at it more carefully. The blue color is exquisite, like a piece of sky has fallen and taken the form of a flower. The petals have tiny veins running through them, darker blue lines that add pattern and detail. The center of the flower is white, almost cream-colored, with delicate stamens rising from it. This flower requires you to be even more gentle when you pluck it, because its stem is so thin, so fragile. You grasp it with the utmost care, and with the slightest pressure, it separates from the plant. You hold it as if it were made of glass, bringing it to join the others in your bouquet. This flower is for gentleness, for the soft touch, the kind word, the tender heart, for compassion toward yourself and others, for understanding that strength does not always mean hardness, that power can be gentle, that vulnerability is not weakness. 6 stems now, 6 different kinds of flowers, 6 qualities woven together. You feel your bouquet is almost complete, but not quite. There is one more. You can feel it, like a space waiting to be filled, like a sentence waiting for its final word. You turn slowly, scanning the meadow, and your eye catches on something. A cluster of tiny flowers, so small you almost overlooked them. They grow close to the ground, nestled among the grasses, and they are a soft lavender color, lighter than the purple flowers, more muted. Each individual flower is no larger than the tip of your little finger, with 4 petals arranged in a cross shape. They grow in a cluster, dozens of them together, creating a soft cloud of lavender color. You walk over and crouch down, studying this final addition to your bouquet. These flowers are communal, you realize. They do not grow singly, but always in groups, always together, supporting each other, creating beauty not through individual showiness, but through collective presence. Yes, this is the final quality you want to gather. You choose your stem carefully, one that has many of the tiny flowers blooming, and you pluck it gently. When you add it to your bouquet, the lavender flowers fill in the spaces between the larger blooms, creating a soft background, a gentle supporting presence. And you know, this flower is for connection, for the understanding that we do not exist in isolation, that we are all part of something larger, for community, for relationship, for the invisible threads that bind us to each other and to the earth itself. Your bouquet is complete now. 7 stems, 7 types of flowers, 7 qualities: clarity, joy, tranquility, contentment, warmth, gentleness, and connection. You hold them carefully, these flowers that are also ideas, these blooms that are also feelings. They are beautiful to look at, yes, but they are also more than that. They are a reminder, a collection of intentions, a bouquet of serenity that you have gathered with your own hands, with your own heart. You lift the flowers to your nose and breathe in deeply. The scents mingle together, creating a complex perfume that is green and sweet and earthy all at once. It is the smell of summer, of life, of growing things. It is the smell of peace. Holding your bouquet gently, you begin to walk again. But this time you are not searching, not looking for anything specific. You are simply moving through the meadow, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the air on your skin, the flowers in your hand. You are present, completely present, and there is a feeling of wholeness to this moment that fills you with quiet satisfaction. The sun continues its descent, and the light continues to change. The golden quality is deepening now, becoming richer, more amber. The shadows are longer still, stretching across the meadow like dark rivers flowing through a sea of color. Everything seems to be glowing from within, illuminated by this special light that only exists for a short time each day, that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. You can feel your body responding to all of this: the walking, the warmth, the beauty, the peace. There is a pleasant tiredness beginning to settle into your muscles, not the exhaustion of overwork, but the good tiredness that comes from gentle activity, from being outdoors, from soaking in sun and air. Your mind, too, feels tired in the best possible way. It has been quiet for so long now, resting from its usual activity, focused only on what is immediately present. It is ready to rest even more deeply. You find yourself looking for a place to sit, to rest, to simply be still for a while. And there, just ahead, you see the perfect spot. A slight rise in the ground, where the grass grows particularly thick and soft, where a few of the flowers are blooming but most of the space is open. It looks inviting, comfortable, like a natural bed prepared just for you. You walk toward this spot, your steps slowing even further, and when you reach it, you stand for a moment, looking down at it, appreciating it. Then, slowly, carefully so as not to crush any flowers, you lower yourself down. First to a sitting position, your legs folded beneath you or stretched out in front of you, whichever feels more natural. The grass is soft beneath you, thick and cushioning, and the earth is warm, still holding the heat of the day. You place your bouquet carefully beside you, laying it on the grass where you can see it, where the flowers will not be damaged. They look beautiful there, resting on their bed of green, the colors vivid against the darker grass. And now you let yourself recline, leaning back on your hands first, then lowering yourself all the way down until you are lying on your back, looking up at the sky. The ground supports you completely, conforming to the shape of your body, holding you with gentle firmness. You can feel blades of grass beneath you, the earth beneath that, solid and reliable. You are held. You are safe. The sky above is still that brilliant blue, though it is beginning to shift, beginning to show hints of what it will become as evening approaches. Near the horizon, where the sun is moving, there is the faintest suggestion of pink, a watercolor wash of color that blends into the blue. But straight above you, the blue remains pure and clear, vast and infinite. You watch the sky for a while, letting your eyes rest on that endless expanse of color. There are no clouds, nothing to focus on, just the pure blue going on forever. It is restful to look at, this empty sky. It asks nothing of you. It simply exists. And you exist. And you are here together, you and the sky and the meadow. Your breathing has slowed even further, you notice. Each breath comes easily, naturally, without effort or thought. In and out, a gentle rhythm that matches some deeper rhythm in the earth itself, in nature, in life. Your chest rises and falls, and with each exhale, you feel yourself sinking a little deeper into the ground, into relaxation, into peace. The sounds of the meadow surround you. The breeze, that constant whisper, moving through the grasses and flowers. The occasional bird call, more distant now, as if the birds too are thinking about rest, about evening, about sleep. The hum of insects, quieter now than it was earlier, winding down as the day winds down. These sounds are not disturbing. They are comforting, a natural soundtrack that tells you all is well, that the world is continuing as it should, that you can rest here without worry. You become aware of your body in a new way now, a deeper way. You can feel your weight pressing into the earth, every point of contact, your shoulders, your back, your hips, your legs, your arms. Gravity is pulling you down, and you are allowing it, not resisting, just sinking. Your muscles, which have been holding you upright all day, can finally release completely. Your bones rest on the ground, and your flesh rests on your bones, and everything is heavy and relaxed and at ease. Your arms lie by your sides, palms open to the sky or resting on the grass, whichever happened naturally. Your legs are stretched out or slightly bent, completely comfortable. Your head is supported by the earth, the thick grass a natural pillow. Your neck is soft, your jaw is loose, your eyes are closed now, or perhaps still open but unfocused, seeing without really looking. You approach the blue flower carefully, as if it might startle and disappear if you move too quickly. When you are close enough, you bend down to look at it more carefully. The blue color is exquisite, like a piece of sky has fallen and taken the form of a flower. The petals have tiny veins running through them, darker blue lines that add pattern and detail. The center of the flower is white, almost cream-colored, with delicate stamens rising from it. This flower requires you to be even more gentle when you pluck it, because its stem is so thin, so fragile. You grasp it with the utmost care, and with the slightest pressure, it separates from the plant. You hold it as if it were made of glass, bringing it to join the others in your bouquet. This flower is for gentleness, for the soft touch, the kind word, the tender heart. for compassion toward yourself and others, for understanding that strength does not always mean hardness, that power can be gentle, that vulnerability is not weakness. 6 stems now, 6 different kinds of flowers, 6 qualities woven together. You feel your bouquet is almost complete, but not quite. There is one more. You can feel it, like a space waiting to be filled, like a sentence waiting for its final word. You turn slowly, scanning the meadow, and your eye catches on something. A cluster of tiny flowers, so small you almost overlooked them. They grow close to the ground, nestled among the grasses, and they are a soft lavender color, lighter than the purple flowers, more muted. Each individual flower is no larger than the tip of your little finger, with 4 petals arranged in a cross shape. They grow in a cluster, dozens of them together, creating a soft cloud of lavender color. You walk over and crouch down, studying this final addition to your bouquet. These flowers are communal, you realize. They do not grow singly, but always in groups, always together, supporting each other, creating beauty not through individual showiness, but through collective presence. Yes, this is the final quality you want to gather. You choose your stem carefully, one that has many of the tiny flowers blooming, and you pluck it gently. When you add it to your bouquet, the lavender flowers fill in the spaces between the larger blooms, creating a soft background, a gentle supporting presence. And you know, this flower is for connection, for the understanding that we do not exist in isolation, that we are all part of something larger, for community, for relationship, for the invisible threads that bind us to each other and to the earth itself. Your bouquet is complete now. 7 stems, 7 types of flowers, 7 qualities: clarity, joy, tranquility, contentment, warmth, gentleness, and connection. You hold them carefully, these flowers that are also ideas, these blooms that are also feelings. They are beautiful to look at, yes, but they are also more than that. They are a reminder, a collection of intentions, a bouquet of serenity that you have gathered with your own hands, with your own heart. You lift the flowers to your nose and breathe in deeply. The scents mingle together, creating a complex perfume that is green and sweet and earthy all at once. It is the smell of summer, of life, of growing things. It is the smell of peace. Holding your bouquet gently, you begin to walk again. But this time you are not searching, not looking for anything specific. You are simply moving through the meadow, feeling the ground beneath your feet, the air on your skin, the flowers in your hand. You are present, completely present, and there is a feeling of wholeness to this moment that fills you with quiet satisfaction. The sun continues its descent, and the light continues to change. The golden quality is deepening now, becoming richer, more amber. The shadows are longer still, stretching across the meadow like dark rivers flowing through a sea of color. Everything seems to be glowing from within, illuminated by this special light that only exists for a short time each day, that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. You can feel your body responding to all of this: the walking, the warmth, the beauty, the peace. There is a pleasant tiredness beginning to settle into your muscles, not the exhaustion of overwork, but the good tiredness that comes from gentle activity, from being outdoors, from soaking in sun and air. Your mind, too, feels tired in the best possible way. It has been quiet for so long now, resting from its usual activity, focused only on what is immediately present. It is ready to rest even more deeply. You find yourself looking for a place to sit, to rest, to simply be still for a while. And there, just ahead, you see the perfect spot. A slight rise in the ground, where the grass grows particularly thick and soft, where a few of the flowers are blooming but most of the space is open. It looks inviting, comfortable, like a natural bed prepared just for you. You walk toward this spot, your steps slowing even further, and when you reach it, you stand for a moment, looking down at it, appreciating it. Then, slowly, carefully so as not to crush any flowers, you lower yourself down. First to a sitting position, your legs folded beneath you or stretched out in front of you, whichever feels more natural. The grass is soft beneath you, thick and cushioning, and the earth is warm, still holding the heat of the day. You place your bouquet carefully beside you, laying it on the grass where you can see it, where the flowers will not be damaged. They look beautiful there, resting on their bed of green, the colors vivid against the darker grass. And now you let yourself recline, leaning back on your hands first, then lowering yourself all the way down until you are lying on your back, looking up at the sky. The ground supports you completely, conforming to the shape of your body, holding you with gentle firmness. You can feel blades of grass beneath you, the earth beneath that, solid and reliable. You are held. You are safe. The sky above is still that brilliant blue, though it is beginning to shift, beginning to show hints of what it will become as evening approaches. Near the horizon, where the sun is moving, there is the faintest suggestion of pink, a watercolor wash of color that blends into the blue. But straight above you, the blue remains pure and clear, vast and infinite. You watch the sky for a while, letting your eyes rest on that endless expanse of color. There are no clouds, nothing to focus on, just the pure blue going on forever. It is restful to look at, this empty sky. It asks nothing of you. It simply exists. And you exist. And you are here together, you and the sky and the meadow. Your breathing has slowed even further, you notice. Each breath comes easily, naturally, without effort or thought. In and out, a gentle rhythm that matches some deeper rhythm in the earth itself, in nature, in life. Your chest rises and falls, and with each exhale, you feel yourself sinking a little deeper into the ground, into relaxation, into peace. The sounds of the meadow surround you. The breeze, that constant whisper, moving through the grasses and flowers. The occasional bird call, more distant now, as if the birds too are thinking about rest, about evening, about sleep. The hum of insects, quieter now than it was earlier, winding down as the day winds down. These sounds are not disturbing. They are comforting, a natural soundtrack that tells you all is well, that the world is continuing as it should, that you can rest here without worry. You become aware of your body in a new way now, a deeper way. You can feel your weight pressing into the earth, every point of contact, your shoulders, your back, your hips, your legs, your arms. Gravity is pulling you down, and you are allowing it, not resisting, just sinking. Your muscles, which have been holding you upright all day, can finally release completely. Your bones rest on the ground, and your flesh rests on your bones, and everything is heavy and relaxed and at ease. Your arms lie by your sides, palms open to the sky or resting on the grass, whichever happened naturally. Your legs are stretched out or slightly bent, completely comfortable. Your head is supported by the earth, the thick grass a natural pillow. Your neck is soft, your jaw is loose, your eyes are closed now, or perhaps still open but unfocused, seeing without really looking. You notice the warmth on your body, that sun warmth that has been with you this whole time. It feels like a blanket, covering you, keeping you comfortable. The breeze moves across your skin, cooling it slightly, and the alternation between the warmth and the cool is pleasant, soothing. You are aware of the boundary between your body and the air, aware of your skin as the interface between you and the world, and it all feels right, balanced, harmonious. Time passes, though you are not measuring it. You are simply here, resting in the meadow, held by the earth, covered by the sky. Your thoughts, when they arise, are slow and dreamy, drifting through your mind like those clouds that are not in the sky today, passing without sticking, without demanding attention. You might think about the flowers in your bouquet, about their colors and what they represent. You might think about the beauty of this place, about how peaceful it is. Or you might not think at all, might simply exist in a state of pure being. No thoughts, no analysis, just the direct experience of this moment. The sounds of the meadow begin to blend together, becoming a single soft texture of sound rather than distinct elements. The breeze, the grasses, the distant birds, the insects, all of it merges into one gentle, constant whisper. It is the sound of the meadow itself, the voice of this place, and it is singing you a lullaby. You listen to this lullaby without trying to hear the words, without trying to understand. You just let it wash over you, around you, through you. Your breathing and the sounds of the meadow begin to synchronize, or perhaps it only feels that way. Perhaps it is your imagination. But it seems that you breathe in as the breeze flows across the meadow, and you breathe out as it stills. In and out, flow and still, breath and breeze, all one rhythm, all one system. You are not separate from this meadow. You are part of it. You are woven into it, a thread in its fabric, a note in its song. The warmth of the sun and earth seems to be soaking into you now, not just warming your skin, but penetrating deeper, into your muscles, into your bones, into your very cells. You are being warmed from the outside in, and that warmth is spreading, dissolving any last tiny pockets of tension or holding. Your whole body is warm and heavy and soft, melting into the ground like butter in the sun, becoming one with the meadow beneath you. Your eyelids, if they were still open, close now. They are too heavy to hold up anymore, and there is no reason to keep them open. There is nothing you need to see. Everything you need is already here, already within you. The darkness behind your closed eyelids is not empty or lonely. It is full of color, soft patterns of light and shadow that shift and change as you watch them from inside your own head. They are beautiful, these inner visions, abstract and dreamlike. You can still feel the bouquet beside you, even though you are not touching it, not looking at it. You can sense its presence, those flowers you gathered with such care and intention, and the qualities they represent. Those feelings, those states of being, they are present too. They are here with you, in you, around you. Clarity, joy, tranquility, contentment, warmth, gentleness, connection. You gathered them like flowers, and now they are yours. Now they are part of you. The meadow is holding you. The earth is holding you. The sky is watching over you. The flowers are blessing you. The breeze is caressing you. You are completely, utterly safe. Nothing can harm you here. Nothing is required of you here. You can let go of everything, all the responsibilities, all the worries, all the plans and lists and things you need to do. They are not here. They cannot reach you here. This meadow exists outside of time, outside of all those demands. Here, there is only rest. Your body is so heavy now, so relaxed, that you could not move even if you wanted to, and you do not want to. Moving would require effort, and you have no effort to give. You are done with effort. You are done with striving. You are simply here, simply being, simply resting on the soft grass in the warm afternoon sun, listening to the gentle sounds of the meadow, breathing in and breathing out, sinking deeper and deeper into peace. The light behind your eyelids is changing, becoming softer, warmer, more diffuse. The sun is lower now, approaching the horizon, and its light is filtering through your closed lids, creating a gentle glow, a rosy warmth. Everything is golden and amber and perfect. The day is ending, but it is ending peacefully, gracefully, with beauty and calm. And you are part of this ending, this transition from day to evening, from wakefulness to sleep. Your mind is quiet now, so quiet. Thoughts no longer form in words. There are only impressions, feelings, images that are more felt than seen. The flowers, the sky, the warmth, the softness, peace, rest, sleep. These are not thoughts but experiences, direct and immediate, washing over you in gentle waves, each one carrying you deeper, further down into the soft darkness of rest. Your breathing is barely perceptible now, so slow and shallow, just enough to keep your body alive, to keep air flowing in and out. You do not control it, do not think about it. It happens on its own, a perfect automatic rhythm. Breath in, pause, breath out, pause, breath in, and each breath seems to carry you further away from wakefulness, further into that other place, that place of dreams and deep rest. The sounds of the meadow are fading now, becoming more distant, as if you are moving away from them, or they from you. The breeze is still whispering, but you hear it from far away, a faint murmur. The birds, if they are still calling, are calling from another world. Even the hum of the insects is faint, a vibration you sense more than hear. Everything is receding, falling away, leaving you alone in the soft darkness, the warm silence. You are floating now, or perhaps sinking. It is hard to tell the difference. You are held suspended in some vast warm space, supported from below and above, cradled and safe. The boundaries of your body are becoming unclear, less distinct. Where do you end and the meadow begin? Where does the earth stop and you start? It does not matter. You are all one thing, all one substance, all one consciousness resting, dreaming, dissolving into peace. The flowers in your bouquet are glowing now in your mind's eye, each one radiating its quality, its gift. The white flower pulsing with clarity, helping your mind become clean and clear and still. The yellow flower beaming with joy, filling your heart with quiet happiness. The purple flower emanating tranquility, soothing every jangled nerve, calming every disturbance. The pink flower spreading contentment, helping you accept and appreciate this moment exactly as it is. The orange flowers burning with gentle warmth, reminding you that you are alive, you are here, you are enough. The blue flower whispering gentleness, encouraging you to be soft with yourself, to let yourself rest, to allow this peace. The lavender flowers connecting you to everything, reminding you that you are held in a web of relationships, that you are never alone, that you belong to this earth, to this life, to this moment. These gifts, these blessings, these qualities, they are yours now. You gathered them. You chose them. They are woven into you, part of your bouquet, part of your being, and they will remain with you, even after you leave this meadow, even after you wake from this rest. They are yours to keep, yours to carry, yours to return to whenever you need them. The golden light is fading now, giving way to something softer, deeper. The blue of the sky is darkening, becoming richer, taking on shades of indigo and violet. The first stars will soon appear, though you will not see them. You are too deep now, too far into rest, into sleep, but they are there. Those stars, beginning to emerge in the darkening sky, watching over the meadow, watching over you. The warmth is still with you, even as the air begins to cool. The earth holds its heat, shares it with you generously, keeping you comfortable, keeping you safe. You are warm and safe and deeply, deeply relaxed. Every muscle is loose, every bone is heavy, every cell in your body is at rest. You are resting at a level so deep that you may not have experienced it in a long time, perhaps ever. This is true rest. This is complete letting go. The meadow is singing its lullaby still, that soft whisper of wind and grass and the settling sounds of evening. The song has no words, no melody you can follow or remember, but it does not need those things. It is the song of the earth itself, ancient and constant, a song that has been sung since the beginning of time, a song that will continue long after you have gone. And right now, in this moment, it is being sung for you, to help you rest, to help you sleep. You are drifting now on that song, floating on its gentle current, being carried away. Away from the meadow or deeper into it, it does not matter. Away from wakefulness, that is certain. Toward sleep, toward dreams, toward the deep rest that heals and restores and renews. Your body knows where it is going. Your mind does not need to guide or control. You can surrender completely, trust completely, let go completely. The darkness is not dark anymore, but soft and welcoming, like velvet or warm water. You are sinking into it, or it is rising up around you, enfolding you, embracing you. It is not frightening. It is comforting. It is the darkness of sleep, of rest, of peace. It is the darkness in which dreams are born, in which healing happens, in which your body and mind restore themselves without your conscious participation. Your last conscious thought, if you can call it a thought, is of gratitude. Gratitude for this meadow, for the flowers, for the warmth and the beauty and the peace. Gratitude for this time, this space, this opportunity to rest so completely. Gratitude for your body, for carrying you through the day and now allowing you to rest. Gratitude for your breath, for flowing in and out without your needing to think about it. Gratitude for life itself, for consciousness, for this moment of being alive and aware and at peace. And then even that thought dissolves, becomes part of the gentle darkness, part of the soft silence, part of the deep rest. You are asleep now, truly asleep, deeply asleep, resting in the meadow that exists both in your imagination and in some real place beyond imagination, in the landscape of peace that lives inside every human heart, waiting to be visited, waiting to be known. The meadow continues around your sleeping form. The breeze continues to blow. The flowers continue to nod on their stems. The insects continue their quiet hum. The birds settle into their nests for the night. The sun sets, painting the sky with colors you do not see. The stars emerge, one by one, until the sky is filled with light. And you sleep on, undisturbed, safe, at peace, held in the arms of the earth, covered by the blanket of the night sky, blessed by the flowers you gathered, by the serenity you claimed as your own. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Let the meadow watch over you. Let the earth hold you. Let the stars bless you. Let your bouquet of wildflowers, those 7 gifts of clarity and joy and tranquility and contentment and warmth and gentleness and connection, fill your dreams with beauty and your rest with healing. Sleep, dear friend. Sleep. The meadow will be here when you wake, in your memory, in your heart, in your mind. The flowers will bloom again whenever you need them. The peace you found here is yours to keep, yours to return to, as often as you wish, as deeply as you need. For now, just sleep, just rest, just be. All is well, all is peaceful, all is exactly as it should be. And you are safe, you are held, you are deeply, completely, beautifully at rest. Sleep well, dear friend. May your rest be long and deep. May your dreams be gentle and sweet. May you wake refreshed and renewed, carrying with you the peace of the meadow, the beauty of the wildflowers, the serenity you gathered with your own hands. If this story resonated with you, if it helped you find even a moment of peace, please consider showing your support with a like and subscribe to Deep Sleep Stories Hub for more quiet nights and restful journeys. May you sleep well tonight and every night. May peace be with you always. Good night.